How's it going, traders? Coming at you with a viewer-submitted idea to build around Beedrill EX that ended up absolutely stomping all of the Suicun, Giratina, Greninja stuff that we ran into. Beedrill EX's Crushing Spear, taking energy off your opponent's Pokemon, felt so clean in a number of the games. It makes Giratina really difficult to attack with and makes it so your opponent isn't able to set up Greninja to attack behind the Suicun, while you also get to start hitting for this 80 points of damage early. Shuckle gives us some redundancy and another low energy attacker with minimal deck slot requirements that we can shuffle back and forth between, that also has some really solid sustainability with its solid shell ability, letting it take 20 less damage, messing up your opponent's breakpoints. You mix all of this in with a couple copies of Leaf Cape and Erica, and our deck has a ton of sustain in addition to disruption. If you like watching Suicun get absolutely destroyed, make sure you smash the like button on this video while you enjoy these games. If you want to make sure you don't miss any sweet off-meta competitive decks like this one, make sure you subscribe to Hooglandia Pocket on the YouTube channel. For the rest of the day, have fun with this one. Think our opponent knows they're about to get shucked up, chat? They don't even know. They don't even know. Heads up play from them. They attached their extra water energy here, so that way, when I Crushing Speared them, we were less likely to hit the psychic energy. We have Cyrus here, so they're probably cooked. Now, a lot of the time, these decks are very greedy and don't play any copies of X-Speed or Leaf, which should mean with Crushing Spear taking an energy off the Suicun every turn, they're just dead. Triple D, thank you for subbing for 6 months in advance and taking advantage of that September discount. I appreciate the 3 years of support. Welcome back. Zafa, thank you for the 77 months. Appreciate the almost 6.5 years. They get to draw some cards here, but it really just comes down to, are the cards that get get them out of this even in their deck. They might not be. I don't know that I'm supposed to play another Pokemon out here. I guess I can put the cape on it, so it's like pretty safe from the what's it called, now. Trill Brady, thanks for the 3/4 of a year, and Korean, thanks for the 2.5. Howdy, howdy. Now, usually the opponent's deck plays 2 copies of Irida, so they can definitely buy some time here with the Suicun in the active. But again, they need a Leaf or an X speed, or they're just stuck here while I hit them. No, Elemental Switch is uncommon as well. Usually, the stock Suicun list does not have any cards to get out of the spot our opponent is currently in. And obviously, people change flex cards all the time. It's like they could have other stuff going on and that could get us, but generally speaking, the opponent should be cooked from here. That Beedrill top deck right away to reward playing the Weedle out just in case. Chat, could this deck be okay? This is feeling kind of okay. Opponent had first energy advantage this game too. Much easier. Hopefully we can draw the Kakuna and have a natural energy hit you, evolve hit you curve. Water energy, so not guaranteed, but likely Suicun here. Frog makes Suicun more likely. I think I want to put a Shuckle on the bench just to make the red cards and Mars worse. I actually need to find a Candy or a Cape here, because otherwise Candy Frog clears my Kakuna. Man. Am I just in the business of hoping they don't have it? So they just didn't play anything else, so it's like relatively likely that they have it. Really wish we had first energy advantage. That's good. That's good for the home team. Ooh, an X-Speed Enjoyer. When they miss here, they are super far behind. Because now their Suicun never attacks you. Actually, it's kind of an interesting question. Would I rather the Suicun never attack, or would I rather clear the Froakie? I think it's Suicun never attack. I think that was one of those spots where, like, we just hope they don't have their Greninja, because we're in a more winnable spot. I don't think we could win the game either way if they have it if I retreat, and then when they don't have it, we end up being much better off here. Research means they can't Irida, so the Suicun should be dying this turn. Hey everyone, how's it going? Any standout decks so far? This Beedrill deck's been very good for us today. think that candy probably locks it up. They're likely to have a frog next turn, but got two big Bs here. If they don't have a frog and they don't disrupt our hand, they lose in the spot to the Cyrus. And if they do have the way to not lose in the spot to the Cyrus, we're still in a pretty decent position. Okay. Is that a good draw? Wait, what do we think? Wonderful, wonderful Mars. I mean, the Mars stopped them from dying to the Cyrus. It's just if the Mars had been a healing card or something, it would have also stopped them from dying to the Cyrus. And again, because of the Crushing Spear, they're in this spot where they can't retreat and attack with something else in the same turn. So, this Beedrill on the bench, probably dying to Greninja hits before this game is over, with the hope being that we clear them out before they can knock out anything else. Alright, so they have 2 Greninjas this turn. What they are not doing, however, is attacking with either of those Greninjas, because, well, I guess they could have a second X speed, right? They played one of those earlier. But they need to retreat the Suicun to not be dead on board. Wow, do they have second X speed? Second X speed could put us in a bad spot. And you think this is the pause the gamer realizing they got Crushing Speared? Absolutely. God, people have been getting crushed by the Spear this set. There's so many pauses like that where it's just like, oh wait, I don't have energy anymore. Alright, that puts us to 3-0 with this pile against the Blue Dog. Unsurprisingly, been most of our matchups today. Yes, and that's what's going first. I feel like we'd be... If we had some of these first energy advantages, it'd be even scarier. Man, opponent's got some top 10,000 emblems, chat. Palms are sweaty. 2 top 10,000 emblems. Water energy to start. Expected. Oh, they have first energy advantage and I missed it a Weedle. Snap OTAs typically launch sometime between 4 and 5 hours from now. I think we're just vibing for the time being. Mantike is probably pretty good against us. Getting that extra energy for them, allowing them to make our Crushing Spear less relevant. All right, Shuckle, I'm gonna need you to get this Mantike shucked up for us, okay, bud? We're counting on you, buddy. Old buddy, old pal. Three coins and a dream. No! Shuckle! Why? Put my faith in you, and this is how you repay me? No. Are there any reworks in today's OTA? The contents of the OTA are not public. I suppose the Greninja is more damage than the Suicun, huh? That's kind of funny. Do our best 18 trainer Shuckle impersonation. Someone who's not a part of the public and might know something about the incoming OTA, I would likely use words like best ever and I can't believe it finally happened to describe what's going to happen this afternoon. There will most certainly be a video on a YouTube channel. Don't think I'm digging for a Weedle yet. I think we're gonna let Shuckle try and take this frog out. Ah! She's so annoying. I think we've stumbled too long and we're not going to be able to get back in this. I guess I could hope they don't have Cyrus if we draw Weedle. What's more likely? They don't have Cyrus or I hit 3 heads. I think they don't have Cyrus is more likely. The Cyrus has a lot of value. And we'll just bail if they have it. Uh, 50% to be a Kakuna. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, not getting Cyrus this turn. Arceus. Playing a real weird build. I've got 2 Beedrills and a Research in 4 cards. Okay, well that's guaranteed to be the Beedrill, but we do die to Cyrus. There's only going to be 1 card in their deck. So I assume, despite all the weird things they're playing, that there's room for Cyrus. That doesn't do it. Our shell is too solid to lose to this. Oh my goodness! Get shucked up! Oh baby, oh baby! Gamers, people have no idea what our cards do. Just not a clue. Never a thought in their mind at any point has anybody considered what our Pokemon Pocket cards do. What are these weird grass cards? They do stuff? There's words? And break it, I'll put the deck on screen. We're definitely gonna do a double set with this one. It's been fun. We're going second, and I have Beedrill, Candy, Weedle. Lovely. Leaf Cape 2. I got bees, they're multiplying. Do-do-do, do-do-do, be-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. If they have their rare candy Pokemon as well, I think we're probably in trouble. We probably need our second Beedrill to beat their Rampardos. Its breakpoints just line up so well into our characters. I guess we'll get to hit it once, then maybe Shuckle can pull it out. Very possible. Chat, nobody has any respect for the bee. Just none. Put some respect on his name. Nobody remembers the crushing. The spears, chat, the spears. A little shoulder drop. We're not out of the woods yet. The Rampardos is very scary. Call her Brittany EX cause she's spears. That's a good one. I want to remember that one for the future. Ooh, it's a piece of candy, mayhaps. Okay, here's a question. Do I chill for a turn? because I think I chill for a turn, because they can't... They could retreat and hit me with this, but then I still live a head smash. I like chilling for a turn. Gives me an extra draw towards my other Beedrill, because I need my other Beedrill to win this game, I think. Because they put the energy here and not here, they can't switch to Rampardos and hit me unless they have something like X-Speed, which is pretty unlikely. Yeah, X-Speed and Leaf are the punishes, but those are cards the opponent's deck doesn't often play. Sometimes Leaf is in their output range, so it's a supporter they can always play, but usually they don't have room. Could you swap to Shuckle? I could, but then I'm down in energy. And I'm not guaranteed a knockout with the swap to Shuckle. Not swapping also means my second Beedrill is ready to go if I draw it right away, which is nice. You like the shirt? Thank you. My favorite into the AM designs. Make wonderful, wonderful stuff. Now they can hit me with the Rampardos next turn, so we'll take the knockout. Oh, it doesn't get anything. So I have Beedrill, Kakuna in my deck. I think I'm going to force them to burn a Cyrus or a Giovanni if they want to take a point this turn. They need a Giovanni to knock out the Shuckle. Because it takes minus 20 from attacks. So it's only taking 110 here. Yeah, honestly, the opponent's deck I think lines up pretty well into what we have going on. So the fact that like we're sitting here playing a competitive game despite this matchup being kind of bad for us, I think is a good sign for our deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and Erica this Beedrill. It still gets knocked out by Candy, Rampardos, Cyrus, but it doesn't die to Cyrus, Silvally, which is good. And then with weakness, we take this point on Rampardos here. Is drawing the communication there kind of punishing for playing the second Shuckle? Kinda. Playing the second Shuckle out is better against like Mars and Red Card though. And Mars is pretty common in the Silvally deck. Really interesting game to navigate here. A lot of small choices with the bobbing and weaving and the retreating things in and out. Having a lot of Pokemon with small retreat costs and energy costs leads to this more dynamic gameplay. This deck's been very fun. Hey, look, it's the Mars I was playing around. Okay, and now if they have Candy Rampardos, they also need a cape because the Rampardos takes 50 and this Beedrill will deal 100 with weakness. And even if they have a cape, we're 1 in 5 to top deck Cyrus and win anyways. So they're currently dead on board. And if they have the card that makes them not be dead on board, we're 20% to win. This is not the pause of someone who has a cape. Players are so salty against this deck gamers. We've had so many people rope us when we're beating them. Yep. Just cooked. Our so one of the dynamics that's interesting here is we obviously aren't great against the deck with all low attack costs because the Crushing Spear text isn't relevant, but them having weakness to grass was super relevant this game. It was a big part of why we won. Shinx gaming. My, oh me, oh my. Shuckle lives through a hit from that at least. Only takes 110. I'm not going to play out the second Weedle because I don't want to give them something they can OTK with the Luxray. Alright, in theory, they could Luxray us as early as next turn. Candy Luxray switch. Put a cape on the lead Shuckle here. So that way, it doesn't die to like a Geo through its solid shell. Unlikely, but it's a fine hedge. The extra 30 doesn't really do anything on Beedrill here. We were so close to greatness, Shuckle! One of these days we're gonna max it out and KO a 60-pointer on the first turn, and it's gonna be glorious. Yeah, Shuckle's breakpoints are really slick. They've been super fun. Yep. That feels like a weird target for them to hit. Of all the places for them to send their damage on the board, that feels like the worst of them to me. The bench Shuckle avoids the -20. It doesn't, actually. It only took 100. Maybe they thought that? Yeah, maybe this is just yet another instance of people not reading our stuff. It's probably what it is, just another instance of people not reading. And then we've explicitly avoided playing the Weedle out here because we don't want to give them a free pointer. They definitely should have hit the Beedrill. That is another instance where people just aren't familiar with our cards. I don't think I'm supposed to play the other Weedle out, right? Technically would lose to a Volkner. We have one copy of Cyrus in our 4 cards. Oh, punish for not playing the Weedle. I'm not sure that it actually matters, though. Okay, so I don't have to worry about any more Volkners. You're gonna be good here? I think the Ericas might let us bridge the gap. Mars or red card could potentially throw a screw in the plans. They're out of Volkners. There's no more surprise Luxray. They have to build up to it organically. I guess Elemental Switch could technically do it too. But the Crushing Spear means that we get to take an energy off, so they would need like X speed with it too. Oh, and that actually keeps us really alive, right? So now I go up to 130 on this. So now they have no. I don't believe a combination of Pokemon Pocket cards exists that kills us next turn. Famous last words. Previously, X speed plus Energy Switch would have gotten us. I think once we do this. They no longer have... And our last card is guaranteed to be Cyrus, so we'll chase it down next turn, too. Alright, and that's looking like all she wrote. With the bullet, and we'll draw our Cyrus. 100% of the time, last card in the deck. Third point? Yes, please. So there we go. Have a match that's not just. I just have like 600 Suicun games in this set. I'd like to have at least like 2 or 3 different matchups in a highlight video. We beat. Interesting, Julio, I assume. Apologies. It said you've been following the channel since 23. Are you on a break from Twitch for a while? So I've been doing pocket content pretty regularly since even before the global release. I snuck into New Zealand to get early access. Definitely check out Hooklandia Pocket on YouTube. I usually upload stuff there 5 or 6 days a week. Not an ideal start for us, but not terrible either. We got a Pokemon communication here to maybe go fishing for a Arcacuna. There's a Shuckle, a baby Beedrill, and a Kakuna left in my deck right now, and there's a rare candy, which honestly might be game winning, yeah. We get to take a psychic energy off of this, so they're just so far away from attacking. And then I have Cyrus to chase it down. Yeah, I don't get on Twitch all that often, honestly. It's honestly such a testament to how rancid YouTube is as a platform. If you watch YouTube stuff and you watch my other YouTube stuff and you didn't know my Pokemon YouTube existed. Their algorithms are so frustrating as a creator. Just show the people who watch my stuff, game. Ooh, this is spicy. We found someone who had a copy of Leaf. That's very good. Our last opponent did not have that. Definitely gets them out of this a little bit here. So on one hand, this Tina's forever away from attacking, but on the other hand, making their bench smaller makes their Suicun worse. This is 50-50 for a Kakuna. There's a baby Beedrill in my deck that can screw us here. Feels good to hit that. So let's take this out. And they need either 2 bench Pokemon or a Greninja plus a bench Pokemon to clear this Beedrill. And if they don't have that, I can pivot to the other Beedrill. Deny them the point. We just take our hit here. Got a second research and then 2 Beedrills in my deck right now. Just believed and put the cocoon up. Now I don't have another Cyrus here. And they are guaranteed to have a Greninja this turn. They're guaranteed to have both Greninjas, actually. Their whole deck is in their hand. Does that beat us? I think that might beat us. Because they do what? 80, 120. Cyrus is not lethal. This takes 20 less. Oh my god, please forget. Please forget. Energy attack. Energy attack. Get shucked up. Get shucked up! Oh my goodness, I think they've forgotten. I think they've forgotten, chat. That pause was them realizing their mistake. They haven't played against the card enough. Whoo! There's Milady. Oh boy. Oh boy. And because Beedrill was stripping energy, they don't have another attacker set up here. I think they're dead. I don't think they have any lines here. Because second Cyrus only puts my Shuckle to 10. Because it only does 40 with the Mist Slash. It says they're trying to noodle it out, but they are just cooked. This is, can I get a wellness check on Pikachu's cell phone? Anyone, can I get a wellness check on Pikachu's cell phone? They concede when I play the second Erica, almost assuredly, yes. I believe our opponent has been properly shucked down. Gene Mutation, thanks for mutating in Hoagland for the last 20 months. Welcome back. Alright, Beedrill 2-0 into best deck in metagame. And they even had a copy of Leaf as a way to kind of be good at, like, the stock build of the opponent's deck does not play Leaf. They're better against us because they have Leaf, and we still are taking them down here. They drew their whole deck. London, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back. Do you have a second Leaf? But even second Leaf isn't enough. You'd have to retreat to the Greninja. Oh, the second Leaf would get us, right? Because of the Greninja triggers? No, they already did their 2 this turn. Even second Leaf doesn't do it, right? Because they switch. This is the only thing that takes 2 hits, and it can't attack next turn. Why are they playing this out like this? They're probably waiting for a diaper change anyways, and they don't have anything better to do. Just let them know we had the extra healing, just in case. Here, throw the old cape on them. Or keep our Shuckle in sporting shape.